everybody, I'm Danny. I am a native of Hartford, Connecticut. I am going to read The People Could Fly by Virginia Hamilton. They say the people could fly, say that long ago in Africa, some of the people knew magic, and they would walk up on the air like climbing up on a gate, and they flew like blackbirds over the fields, black, shiny wings, flapping against the blue up there. Then, many of the people were captured for slavery. The ones that could fly shed their wings. They couldn't take their wings across the water on slave ships. Too crowded, don't you know? The folks were full of misery. Then, got sick with the up and down of the sea. So, they forgot about flying. When they could no longer breathe the sweet scent of Africa, say the people who could fly kept their power, although they shed their wings. They looked like the same as the other people from Africa who had been coming over, who had dark skin. Say, you couldn't tell anymore the ones who could fly from the ones who couldn't. One such who could was an old man, called him Toby, and standing tall yet afraid was a young woman who once had wings, called her Sarah. Now Sarah carried a babe tied to her back. She trembled to be so hard worked and scorned. The slaves labored in the fields from sunup to sundown, the owner of the slaves calling himself their master. Say, he was a hard lump of clay, a hard flinty coal, a hard rock pile wouldn't be moved. His overseer on horseback pointed out the slaves who were slowing down. So the one called driver cracked his whip over those slow ones to make them move faster. That whip was a slice open cut of pain. So they did move faster. They had to. Sarah hoed and chopped the roll as the babe on her back slept. Say the child grew hungry. The babe started to bawl too loud. Sarah couldn't stop to feed it, couldn't stop to soothe or quiet it down. She let it cry. She didn't want to. She had no heart to cling to it. Keep that thing quiet, called the overseer. He pointed his finger at the babe. The woman scrunched down low. The driver cracked his ship across the babe. Anyhow, the babe hollered like any hurt child, and the woman fell to the earth. The old man that was there, Toby, came and helped her to her feet. I must go soon, she said. Soon, he said. Sarah couldn't stand up straight any longer. She was too weak. The sun burned her face. The babe cried and cried, pity me, oh pity me. Say it sounded like. Sarah was so sad and starving, she sat down in the road. Get up, you black cow, called the overseer. He pointed his hand, and the driver whipped, snarled around Sarah's legs. Her sack dress tore into rags. Her legs bled onto the earth. She couldn't get up. Toby was there where there was no one to help her and the babe. Now, before it's too late, panted Sarah. Now, father. Yes, daughter, the time has come, Toby answered. Go as you know how to go. He raised his arms, holding them out to her. Kun yali kun baba tambe. In more magic words, so quickly they sounded like whispers and sighs. The young woman lifted one foot on the air, then the other. She flew clumsily at first, with the child now held tightly in her arms. She felt the magic, the African mystery. Say, she rose just as free as a bird, as light as a feather. The overseer rode after her, hollering. Sarah flew over the fences. She flew over the woods. Tall trees could not snag her. Nor could the overseer. She flew like an eagle now until she was gone from sight. No one dared speak about it. Couldn't believe it, but it was because they were there and they saw it. Say the next day was dead hot in the fields. A young man's slave fell to his feet in the heat. The driver come and whipped him. Toby come over and spoke words to the fallen one. The words of ancient Africa, once heard and are never remembered completely. The young man forgot them as soon as he heard them. They went way inside him. He got up and rose over on the air. He rode it a while, and he flew away. And another fell from the heat. Toby was there. He cried out to the fallen and reached his arms out to them. Kum, kakum yala, kum tambe. Whispers and sighs, and they too rose on the air. They rolled the hot breezes. The ones flying were black and shining sticks, wheeling above the head of the overseer. They crossed the roads, the fields, the fences, the streams, and were away. Seize the old man, cried the overseer. I heard him say the magic words, seize him. The one calling himself master come running. The driver got his ship ready to curl around old Toby and tie him up. The slave owner took his hip gun from its place. He meant to kill old black Toby, but Toby just laughed. He threw back his head and said, hee hee hee. Don't you know who I am? Don't you know some of us in this field? He said it to their faces. We are the ones that can fly. And he said the ancient words that were a dark promise. He said them all around to the others in the fields under the whip. Baba Yale, Baba Tarabe. There was a great outcry. The bent back straightened up. Old and young, who were called slaves and could fly, joined hands. Say, like they would sing, but they didn't shuffle in a circle. They didn't sing. They rose on the air. They flew in a flock that was black against the heavenly blue. Black crows of black shadows. It didn't matter. They went so high, way above the plantation, way over the slavery land. Say, they flew away to freedom. And the old man, old Toby, flew behind them, taking care of them. He was crying. He was laughing. He was the seer. His gaze fell on the plantation where the slave who could not fly waited. Take us with you. Their looks spoke, but they were afraid to shout it. Toby couldn't take them with him. Hadn't the time to teach them to fly. They must wait for a chance to run. Goodbye, the old man called Toby, spoke to them. Poor souls. And he was flying gone. So they say, the overseer told it. The one called master said it was a lie, a trick of the light. The driver kept his mouth shut. The slaves who could not fly told about the people who could fly to their children. When they were free, when they sat close before the fire in the free land, they told it. They did so, love, firelight, and freedom in telling. They say that the children of the ones who could not fly told their children, and now me, I have told you.